Welcome to the DL Gaming Podcast. I'm Bobby.
I'm Nick.
And I'm a gaseous cloud. I haven't stopped farting all day. All day. And poor Bobby has to sit here. Oh, these couches, I mean, I've had this before, and Bobby had no idea, I think. These couches are really good at absorbing.
Soak it up.
Yeah.
Stank.
Well, Nick is back. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah.
It's been a
Glad to be back,
Warhammer-free
everybody.
podcast for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I think it's been, 2 days? 2 weeks? Exactly.
Well, you've been here you've missed 3 of the last 4, which makes it feel like a lot longer.
I didn't miss 3 of the last 4. I've only missed 2 of the last 4.
I'm pretty sure you were right, Bobby? Wasn't he gone?
I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
know.
Doesn't matter. Either way, we missed you.
I'm back. Thank you. I feel like you're lying to me, but thank you.
Yeah. How was
I've heard you guys played some Age of Empires and some other things. I listened to the podcast. I heard you talking shit about me at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well, you weren't here, dude.
I know.
I go for the lowest hanging fruit.
Obviously.
Yeah. So are we gonna just jump right into it?
Let's jump
Yeah.
right in.
Our small talk sucked this episode. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
It's been a long day. All right. Let's start off with on the radar games that have come to our attention recently. I'm going to start off with this one called Pawnbarian. Not crazy about the name.
That
but-
is awful, dude.
yeah.
I love puns. That's a bad one.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Although I do like the artwork for it. It was on sale this week. It's only $7.99, and it's a roguelike puzzle game where you play as a chess piece. So you have this chessboard that comes up, a few enemies that you have to defeat, and then you've got these moves that you can play, like a bishop or a pawn or a rook. And, they have specific moves they can do on the chessboard. But you use that to slowly defeat the enemies on the board, and you go from floor to floor doing that. So it's... From the reviews, it sounds like the game is actually really difficult, but it seems simple enough. And I like chess games. There's a couple of them out there where they're not like full-blown like chess games where you play against other people or the AI, but they're like puzzles. They give you one piece and then a few enemies or, different scenarios, and you have to kind of work your way through that. I can't remember what those ones are called. There's like 1 or 2 of them, and they're super cheap. You can get them for like $1 or something, or less than $1 when they're on sale.
Did you see mobile?
I don't know if there must be
Oh.
ones on mobile that are similar, but I'm just talking about Steam. But this one, Pawnbarian, looks to be a little more involved. It doesn't have many reviews, but the ones that it does have are pretty good. Very simple graphics layout. I don't know. I might actually check this out because I really like chess. I think I've talked about that before, but
Are you good at it?
I'm probably not anymore. No, I haven't played in forever.
I feel like that's something that you don't lose, though, Bobby. I think you'd be good at chess. Maybe you should do a live
Yeah,
stream.
well, I don't know. Maybe the meta has changed or something. But when I played chess, I wasn't really like, this was before the days of Magnus Carlsen or whoever the big chess player is nowadays. But I like these games where it's like a simplified scenario version of chess, where you just play little bits at a time.
Yeah.
So I really think I'm going to check this one out this week. Pawnbarian.
Nice.
Bobby, do you remember 2 DLG cons ago when I beat you in 3 moves?
In
you
After
shot
all
for
your
it?
shit, yeah, after all
Oh,
your shit
geez.
talk, I beat you in 3 moves, and you were just like,
I don't remember playing chess
I
at
feel like you're
DLG
making
Con. We
this
played
up.
chess?
yeah, it was so quick, you barely remember. That makes sense. That checks out. That chess is out, dude.
Just
Yeah.
like your sex life. Hey.
Hey.
But
The
Wow.
chances are-
okay, maybe.
So did that? Bobby's got a really good memory, dude. Are you sure that happened?
I'm positive.
Okay.
He just selectively, like, this was a moment of shame, so it probably...
It's just-
Maybe
Goes
I
in the-
blacked it out.
So when people used to ask me what Magic the Gathering is, because it was so long ago, I would say that it's like chess, but instead of, what are there, 7 pieces? There's 10,000 pieces, and you could put your own board together before you go to battle. That's the way I used to do it. But everybody knows what it is now, so
And if you don't, you're a fucking square.
yeah. Geek
Speaking of Magic,
geek as shit,
how
man.
was your week of Magic?
That's going to be on highlights, Nick. I know it's.
Hell yeah.
I know you weren't here for a while, so just sit back and let us take. Plus, you have nothing on the radar, dude.
Oh,
Children
man.
are to be seen and not heard. Okay. All right. So anyway, Century Age of Ashes. This came from somebody on the radar section of our Discord where you can participate. It is a dragon combat game, multiplayer. It's free to play, which is usually like red flags, but mostly positive reviews. Looks good for like a game night or something. The graphics are great. They have like different game modes that sounded really fun. There is one where like it's a not a battle royale, but like a death match, everybody against each other, and the person who's getting the most kills is worth the most points. So it's kind of like headhunting that one person. There's different dragon types. There's like defensive ones, offensive ones, and then there's kind of like a trickster one. It seems like that kind of messes up with the board. But there's a lot of like trying to get each other off balance before you go in for the finishing blow is what I noticed. And all of the dragons have these like tracer things behind them. I guess probably in playtest they're like nobody can find each other, so they gave them these like I don't know what you call it. Yeah, a tracer tail. So you know where somebody is. They're easy to find anyway. It looks fun to me. Yeah, I would like to play this on a game night or something. Look cool, guys.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I think games like this, especially when they're free to play, with like the little tracers and things, like it's needed for like people always complain nowadays about the color blindness modes and stuff like that. Like you got to have something like the little tracer things, especially in these free to play games. I think it looks cool, man. Like it seems like something you can just hop on, play a match or two, and then hop off.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a real sense of speed too. Like it looks like you're booking it. It feels like you're good. Yeah. Looks action packed, man.
So is there anything that you earn as you're playing these games? Like if you win, do you...
I would assume there's 3 currencies at minimum. Probably
At minimum, a legendary currency.
You will earn these
legendary eggs.
It's really cool. Yeah, it is eggs. You earn dragon eggs, and then as you do things in the game, it unlocks a hatch level of that egg. And then when you hatch an egg, then you get a new dragon that has slightly different abilities per class. So it's pretty cool.
So they'll probably do a like XP boost and a battle pass to move that little XP bar along.
Yeah.
But one night of game, like a game night where we just all play it and then leave it alone. That's what that's what it'll be for us.
How many people are playing this right now? If we checked Steam charts. About 7,000.
That's good.
Today's peak,
That's not
11,000.
bad for a free to play game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Want to talk about Shooty Fruity, Bobby?
Yeah, Shooty Fruity is a VR game, actually. It's on sale for $10 right now. I think it's usually double that, like most VR games. They almost always start at $20. But Shooty Fruity is a game where you're in a convenience store, and you shoot fruit, as the title implies. But you also you're like a bagger or something, so you have to scan items as... and the scanning items, so it all like plays into each other. Like the scanning items, the more you do that, the more things you unlock, and then the more fruit that you shoot, the more currency you build up to buy those unlocks, and then you can unlock other guns. But the reviews are pretty good. There aren't too many of them, but it looks interesting. It's really hard to find good VR games that aren't like carnival games like this or puzzle games. I feel like that's the best use of VR. And I know there's some really good narrative ones out there, like the Half-Life one, but I don't know. This seems like a good fit for VR.
I was reading a Reddit post. The question was, what sequels were truly better than the originals? And I just assumed that people were going to talk about movies. I think probably the poster did too, but it was just like games came up nonstop. Anyway, Portal 2 came up, and then somebody was mentioning, how is there not a Portal 3 that's in VR? He's like, I would buy a VR set just for that. Man, how good would that fucking be?
Yeah.
Mass motion sickness for the United States.
Yeah, I would.
Moms everywhere.
I'd probably have a migraine.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still play the shit out of it.
But this reminds me of Space Pirate Trainer, Bobby, which you played at my house, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's one of the oldest VR games.
Yeah, and I've always thought it was underrated. I love that game. I think it's so fun. But this has more. This more has like a progression. That game, I think you start with all the weapons, and you don't really go anywhere.
Yeah, that game you really can't go too far with.
Yeah. All right. Titan Quest Eternal Embers. Titan Quest. The only reason I put this up there is I was like, they're still making fucking DLC for this game. So this just came out, and Titan Quest, which is a like a Diablo clone, one of the earliest ones, I think is from like 2014, and then they came out with the anniversary edition in 2016. And that's been 6 years later, and they're still doing DLCs. It just surprised me, and it's getting good reviews.
Doesn't THQ not exist anymore?
I think they rebranded or something, dude. They did a weird thing where they shut down, and then like a new office opened with the same name later on. It's a weird. But yeah, nothing really about the game. I'm just surprised that they're fucking still making decent DLC this late, this long, 8 years later. I don't know. I thought it was weird. Wartales. Pretty cool game. Looking at it, reminded me of Brothers Band of War. I forget what it was called. Anyway, you're a mercenary group in a medieval world, not Earth. I think it's a fantasy one, but there's no mystical things. And it specifically says you are not the chosen one. You are not the 1 in 1,000. You're just like a ragtag group of guys trying to make it in the world. You just got to survive, and that's all the game is about. And it's one of these games where I think your squad, you take care of every single guy because you got like 4 or 5 guys, maybe 6, and those are your guys, and you got to outfit every single boot and every weapon. Make sure that they have morale and all that stuff. And on top of that, the combat is turn-based. Tactical turn-based. So that's probably my favorite kind of combat. And so I don't know. Looks really good to me, man. I might take another look at this later on.
How have you never played Bannerlord?
I think that it scares me, dude, because it's so in depth. There's so much, or at least the first one.
If you play it, that should be the game of the week.
I don't know.
Wait, which one is Bannerlord? I think I'm thinking of the wrong game here.
Well,
Bannerlord is the one that's like third person, and usually I
it's
think
Mountain Blade Bannerlord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't played this.
It's Mountain Blade 2.
I'll play. I've always been interested in it. I feel like it's going to consume my life if I do play it.
Yeah, that's why, dude. That's why I stay away, because I think this is basically feudal life. You start with as just a little dude, a regular guy, and then you end up, making a whole fucking army, and and you go out and fight for lords, and
I thought this was more like an open world game. The game you were talking about earlier, Wartales, that looks like it's got a campaign, like a start to finish A to B type thing.
Yeah, this is more open world. Mountain Blade is.
Okay.
I'm
not very interested in that.
But yeah, the whole feudal life is in there. I think you can just like open a shop and be a shopkeeper. I think you can go like a bunch of different ways, and you can do the tradesman route. You could do the war route. You could be the lord route.
Do you know anything about it, Chris? I feel like you do.
I've always wanted to play this game, but I've never played it.
Yeah, but as opposed to like, it's kind of like a 4X game, but you're playing as an individual.
It looks
and then you
so
also
cool.
command people though too.
It's so much, and everybody that plays it fucking says that it's amazing and all this stuff. And there's tons of mods in there too. You can like have armies from.
There's a Warhammer mod.
Yep. See, there you go.
So, how much is Bannerlord? Okay. $50. Yeah, that's about what I remember. But the other game, Wartales, wasn't that
time to get my
expensive.
iPad.
Yeah, Wartales was like $17.
Okay.
Who? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, $31. I think it was. It was a weird price. Who did the game of the week last? feel like it
That
was
was
me.
you, wasn't it?
It was me,
Yep.
yeah. So
You
Bobby's
talked
up. So maybe get
So
your
Bobby-
wheel spinning, Bobby. And no, I don't want to play fucking Pawnmageddon, or whatever it was.
Pawnbarian.
Bobby's like, learn how to play chess.
Yeah.
Get smart.
The next one, I think maybe this is the second time ever we've ever talked about a porn game on the, maybe 3 times. Anyway, it's a porn game. It's called Treasure of Nadia. I don't know why it came up on my feed. But I was really impressed by the graphics and the fucking reviews. It's overwhelmingly positive with only 526, but I think most people just don't want people to know that they have this. And I'm looking at the video and I'm like, this is high quality fucking CGI. And the reviews, I'm reading the reviews, and that the game is like, the game part of the game is actually fun, and then the porn part is like high quality. And I was like, I didn't know that shit like this existed, that it was like good games out there, or decent games with fucking pussy and tits, and it's pretty hardcore shit too, like facials and all kinds of shit. But anyway, yeah. So just bringing it to attention, anybody want to beat off and play out there. I'll let you know next week if it worked.
Can work, whatever that means.
Yeah.
This game is $15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you're getting a lot for your money. No?
I don't know.
man.
Oh, Bobby, you want to read the? Bob, can you read
read the top review, maybe?
No, Bobby, can you read the?
Their description.
Yeah, the description.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the developers here. If they were trying to, if you could scroll down a little bit, Christian, but I don't know what they're going for here. But they say the developers describe the content like this: penetration, ejaculation, female ejaculation, full nudity, harems. Like that's just under the description on the Steam
is that
page.
just a fetish list? Like what the fuck?
Oh no, that's the mature content description.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Which I've never
we're
seen
fucking
before.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
Oh, they need to specify between male and female ejaculation. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. Compelling
more
story,
you
2,500
know.
plus animations, collectible Kama Sutra pages, huge world map to discover, engaging mini games, and much more. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about the game part.
Are you going to pay $15 to find out? Bobby?
No.
That's how they get you, man.
That's how
They're like,
they get you.
gameplay's great.
Yeah.
Bobby's reviewing. Porn's terrible. Gameplay's great.
Dude, what are the chances that like a small developer that is just trying to shoehorn a game into a porn game happen to come up with the perfect video game, and it just so happened that like you have to buy this porn game to play this fucking the best video game ever? That would have been hilarious. Anyway, next game, Anvil. I talked about this on the radar before. I'm putting it back on the radar, but it is out, and I played a little tiny bit of it. It is.
How'd you like it?
I liked it, but it's a twin stick shooter roguelike, dude. It's like, yeah, Emilio's automatically gonna like it, and it's multiplayer, which there's not a lot of multiplayer roguelikes. And it's like sci-fi. It's like everything, and you're going to planets, and you're looking for like vaults,
And it's got magic connection.
yeah, all kinds of shit. It's got everything that I want. It does have mixed reviews, but it's in early access. I was having a lot of problems. It kept thinking that I was on a controller, probably because my controller was plugged in, so it just kept popping back and forth. The UI is very like set up for controller, which I didn't like very much either. Excuse me. And but you know, it's everything that you think it is. Really good graphics. You go through the game world. You're fighting all kinds of different aliens. They have very good styling. You're picking up power-ups. The power-ups are like, you know, pick you one of 3, so you can start building a build. There are shops where you can keep buying power-ups as well, and so that'll help you work on a crit build or melee build or whatever you're doing. Everybody has like infinite ammo and like 3 special attacks that come back once you. They're based on a timer, kind of like Overwatch. And there's a bunch of these characters. There's like 15 of them, and they have, you know, the 3 that are available. They had very drastically different kits, I thought, and I like them. The styling, I like everything about this game, except for the, you know, it's buggy and there's things, but It's in early access. Hopefully, it'll be a good game when it comes out. Oh, and it's on Game Pass, so that's always a plus. So we can play for free.
Very nice.
Get
I'll
you
remember
guys
that if I do it, so I don't buy it out like an idiot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's your plan on Warhammer? Are you gonna go the Steam route or?
So because I have Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, I'm gonna go Steam.
Yeah, because just to make sure that you get that your save files, right?
Yeah, so they guaranteed that if you own the first and second one, then all the DLC that you have are included in the third game. In the sense of all the content is included.
Yeah.
Because in the second game, if you own the first game, all the races from the first game were included in the third game. And so for the third game, if you own the first and second game, then all the races from the first and second game are in the third game.
Do you play much
on Game Pass? Then there's talks of you don't get any of the other races, you just get the third game for free.
Right. Do you play online much? It sounds like you play a lot of campaign.
I play a lot of campaign. I do play online sometimes. The thing is, like, when you play online, you either play against really, really, really sweaty people or people that are like normal. There are people that like really exploit the meta or like the
exploitable things.
Yeah, exactly. Like they'll sit at the edge of a forest and go in and out and make it like it's not really like they're playing war. They're playing a computer game.
Yeah,
you know what
right,
I'm saying?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's not really fun.
They're cheesing.
Yeah, they're cheesing. Exactly. When you play games with your friends, it's definitely fun. Or you play games with rules, because you can definitely play online against other people, and there's rules, and which I've played. I played like official matches and stuff. Like you can't have more than 4 missile units of a certain kind. You can't have more than 4 artillery units and things like that.
Is there a timer ever?
Yeah, there's timers.
Yeah, I would imagine that cuts down on the fucking running around and the cheesing. But anyway, dude, this really looks like a monster game coming down the pike. It really does.
It's going to be insane. The pre-orders for it are already up, but I'm feeling that they're going to cancel a bunch of them because of game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of that. But then again, they're doing a physical release, which makes no sense.
Would you have paid $200 for this?
$200 for like a special version, or just the game
just
itself?
a regular game? If they were like, our game's so good, we're going to charge $200.
Okay, let's look at how many hours I've sunk into the
Yeah. So yes.
Yeah, 1,500 hours. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. They said that they're going to support this game for 12 years.
That's good. I don't know if I've heard of a dev saying how long they're going to support a game. That's pretty awesome. They've
openly said that this will be the longest Total War that they're going to openly support. They won't make another Total War Warhammer Fantasy. And there's rumors that they're making a 40K one, but they said that they're going to openly support it for at least 12 years.
I'll play that. I'll play the 40K one. All right, let's go to highlights. Bobby, wake up.
Yeah, I haven't been home much this week. They're doing the drywall in my place, so I haven't had much of a chance to. I haven't been home on the weekend or Fridays when I get most of my gaming in, so I've kind of missed out on that. But I did start playing this game called FrankenStorm TD, the Prologue. It's the Prologue because it's an early version of this game, almost like I've seen some games do this where they don't release the full version and they don't call it a beta or like a demo. They just call it the Prologue.
Yeah, it's instead. It's a glorified demo.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a tower defense game is really what it is. And it's a very simple one at that. It looks like it's a very small developer here working on this. And it's rather simple. Like there's nothing really amazing here. But I did kind of enjoy it. I was just looking for a tower defense game, and this one just seemed like, I don't know, something about it I want to check out. So you've got Frankenstein there on the rack, and the enemies that come in, they've got to flip 3 switches to disable his shield and then reach him. So you build wires, and along those wires you put turrets. Now, the wires that you build, you can actually shape the path that the enemy comes in to flip the switches. So you can kind of control the map. It felt a little clunky at first, but I kind of got used to it after a while. I didn't make it very far in this game. I felt like I really didn't figure it out. So I don't know. But it's a very simple game. It's just the prologue. It's free to play too. So, I mean, why not? Check it out. It's not bad. But yeah, and you get upgrades between the rounds. But it's I can't give it a super strong recommendation, but it's just I'm amazed at how much the front page of Steam affects the games I play. Because sometimes I'll just see a game and I'm like, yep, I'm going to play that. Looks cool. No other reason other than like the artwork, or I clicked on it and something about it looked interesting. But a lot of what I end up playing ends up being based on random stuff that I find on the front page of Steam. Well, I guess I'm just a sucker like that.
It looks like one of those games that like could have been a Flash game.
Yeah, exactly. This totally could have been
like 2/3.
Could have been web based, absolutely.
Yeah, but it looks entertaining, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's a tower defense game, and I was looking for a simple tower defense game. Like, I feel like they kind of went overboard with a lot of these TD games. They just, you have to unlock stuff, and there's this whole meta game, and then there's just like all this other systemic stuff that you have to work towards. I was just like, nah, I just want something kind of simple to pass the time.
I love tower defense games, man. One of my favorites was.
What's your favorite?
There's one on mobile called Kingdom Rush, and like Kingdom Rush 2.
Oh yeah, that's real popular.
Yeah, they're really good. But then if you buy them on Steam, they're fucking super expensive. It's like $3 if you buy it on mobile, and then you have to pay like $17 at least sometimes.
Kingdom Rush is $10 on
Steam right now. Is that on sale right now? No, I guess they lowered the prices, but still, I'm like, I don't know why I have to pay more.
It looks like there's a bunch of Kingdom Rush games.
Yeah, they started getting worse and worse too. I felt, once they, the microtransactions and all that shit.
I wonder if I feel like I have that. Oh, Bloons TD 6. That game is super popular. That was the one I was going to play, but then I forgot.
You can play it off of my account.
That
I have
one,
it.
Well, I'm pretty sure I do too.
I've
just never played
Resurrection.
That one is like insanely popular.
I don't get it, dude. I've tried probably twice now to like get into it, and it doesn't tickle my pickle.
Like, I see people on my friends list just playing that from time to time.
It's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, it's been out for a while too, I believe.
But I like the old ones, man. I like Defensive Grid. I think it's great.
Yeah.
One of the oldest games on Steam.
Yeah, well, a lot of tower defense games these days too, they combine it with another genre, like a first-person shooter or whatever.
But I did look at your Franken game or whatever. I took one look at those graphics. I was like, done. I don't care how good the mechanics are. Just done.
I think mechanics aren't that great either. But I think it is like a really small developer or something.
Yeah, was it free? Well,
yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Or the prologue is. I don't know. The game itself will be.
All right, cool.
That's funny.
What is next?
So I played a lot of Binding of Isaac Repentance since I've been gone. I've been playing it on Switch, PS5, and PC. So it's been really fucking good.
Do those cross over somehow?
No, they don't.
And you don't give a fuck.
I learned that the hard way. Doing some of the challenges, man, like over again, is infuriating, but also really fun.
Yeah. We should explain what the challenges are. Everybody knows what Binding of Isaac is. Challenges are like special rules. You have to beat the game with special rules. Like, you have a blind character that can't cry, but you have
flies around you
that do damage. Yeah, so it changes the game style. And if you get it done, they reward you by unlocking like a pretty good item or an impactful item in the game.
Yeah, like essentially for the rest of your time playing the game, you'll get an item that has a chance of dropping whenever you play.
Yeah.
One example is if you complete that challenge that he's talking about, you'll get what is called the like Anzus rune, which will, from any time you use it, will duplicate everything in the room.
Double everything.
Yeah, and so from then on, whenever you play, if you get that, I mean, you can get that whenever you have the chance of an item dropping. And so it's really, really rewarding to do all the challenges. But some of them you can try 100 times and not even become close to getting them.
And a lot of it, you just have to get, I mean, most roguelikes, you have to get lucky. But in those specific, because the skill's already there. We've been playing this for thousands of hours. But you have to get lucky sometimes. You just, everything has to go your way.
Like, so there's a new boss. Well, there's a couple new bosses with the new game, with the new DLC. So there's Mother, and then there's a boss after that, which is insane. Because like you're flying, because normally you are just walking around on the floor, but for this boss, like you're flying in the air and you're fighting him, kind of like a Cuphead style fight on the flying levels. And it's so hard that like I'll be playing the game and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to beat him. Like it's a really hard fucking fight, and I'll be halfway through the game and I'm like, I'm not strong enough. Like at this point, at this point in the game, I'm not strong enough. I'm just gonna restart.
What's that called? It's called a DPS test, a stress. There's the games have these like you have to do this much damage per second to get past this far.
DPS check.
Yeah, DPS check, I guess. Yeah. So the negative stuff on this game, Nick, was that like I think a lot of people's favorite items got nerfed, and everything got balanced out. I felt like way better.
Yeah, you can't break the game as easy as you could.
Yeah,
like how, for example, the game one of the easiest ways to break the game was you get an item called rebuy, and rebuy is whenever you buy something in the store or restock. Whenever you buy an item in the store, the item that you bought is now restocked, and you can buy another either the same item or an item of the same class. Well, what would happen is you find a way to duplicate money, which is not that hard without like cheating, and then you just buy all the items and then you break the game. Well, now to prevent that, if you use restock, the game makes the next iteration of whatever you buy more expensive, to the point where even having infinite money, I think it'll eventually break. Like it'll get to 99 coins, and then it gets above that. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah,
because it's so hard.
There's also ways to make everything. If you get 50% off coupons, they're called Steam coupons, by the way.
Yeah, it's called Steam sale.
Steam sale, yeah. If you get 2 of those, everything's free. So if you get 2 of those and the restock, I've broken the game like that too. I don't know what they did about that.
There's multiple ways of breaking the game.
Yeah. But either way, I was all for it, man. I think I liked that everything was smoothed out. And I feel like most games are positive, or most items are positive now, or at least have one positive aspect. Where before there was just some like shit items that you never wanted to pick up ever.
Yeah, no, they definitely buffed and nerfed some items. There's some new items that absolutely dick you over. So I picked up Abaddon for the first time and didn't realize that it takes over all your normal hearts and gives you black hearts. Which is a kick to the balls when you have 9 normal hearts. But yeah, no, it's nice to play the game, and there's hundreds of new items and new shit to do.
You playing with Leslie?
Oh yeah, she plays Maggie.
Yeah,
she likes having the regeneration and shit.
Yeah, so does Sam. Yeah, cool. Yeah, You know, when we were talking about before the show, we were talking about Game of the Year. I mean, this is probably going to be up there for me, honestly.
Yeah, if you count DLC as Game of the Year, it's definitely up there. There's not very other high praising games right now.
Yeah, this year was rough.
Yeah. What have you been playing, Bobby?
Back to me, I think, because I haven't done one yet.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, Nick.
Leave the segues to us.
It's your first time, Nick. It's cool.
I drank this Scottish energy drink soda. It's called Iron Brew. It's been fucking me up. So
I hear it's the official drink of Scotland.
It is officially by me.
Like Foster's from Australia.
Wait, is it an alcoholic beverage or is it just soda?
It's not. It's just so weird.
But it's like highly caffeinated, right?
Yeah, apparently it is.
I hate the colors.
Yeah, it's orange blue.
So it's gonna be rough, guys. My new schedule, I don't get to play video games pretty much at all. I get to play at work on my phone when I have some downtime, but that's pretty much it. Like I'm working nights right now for the next 2 months. So basically, it's Magic the Gathering. That's what I've been doing because that's all I have time for. And I made a deck that I really fucking like. I like it because it's not based on any other ideas that I've seen before. I don't play against it. I don't, I'm going through, I'm playing ranked for the first time. What's his name? Burn Division was putting his ranking up on we have a Magic the Gathering channel. He's putting his rank and it showed his win-loss ratio. And I said, how are you getting that? And there's plugins. I don't know if they're like
they're free.
Yeah, they're free, but
I
wonder if like Magic the Gathering Arena is like okay with this. I don't know.
Yes and no. I mean, like they don't ban people for using them. Like there are people that stream and have them up while they're streaming.
Yeah.
And they haven't received bans, right? And there's people that like make official like YouTube content for them. Like there's a guy that I watched named Thrix, and his he reveals cards officially for Magic the Gathering. Like they'll let him reveal an uncommon or a common.
So
like
I guess they're okay with it. So,
well, it probably depends on which one it is too, right?
Yeah. So basically, all it does is it tracks everything you want it to track. Win-loss ratios, how you're doing against other specific decks, how you're doing against other colors. If you're dramatically losing against one color, you can modify your deck a little bit and like be better against that color. Fill that hole. Win-loss ratio, like I said, but also the not cheating part, but the advantage part is it gives you like your chances of drawing a land on the next card. Like your odds of drawing, and I think you can like if you pay for the premium version, you can click on like
in the middle of the game, it'll tell you your chances of drawing a land.
Yeah.
So what it does, so there's multiple of these, right? And so in game, there's a card tracker, and it says, okay, you have 10 swamps left, and you have 11 plains left. This is your chance of drawing a plains. This is your chance of drawing a swamp. You've drawn one of these cards. You've drawn one of these cards again, and you just see the list on the left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't outright tell you, hey, you're going to draw this card, or hey, you're going to draw this card.
Well, yeah, it's not cheating. It's what.
No.
But that is kind of. It's like card counting.
It's an advantage. Yeah. It's an advantage.
Well, here's the thing. So, like, technically, if you can do it in real life, which you can,
you can
card count in real life.
Yeah.
It's not cheating. It's not illegal.
Like, but most people don't or can't do that. So that seems like a pretty big handicap.
In ranked play, you can have a notepad and a piece of paper. And so you can write down every single card that you've played or every single card that your opponent plays. You can write down every single card. So an old strategy when you watch like professionals play is if you have a card that lets you look at your opponent's hand, you used to write down what cards they had, because what they would do is, move the cards around in their hands, play cards.
God, dude, that'd be so annoying. That'd be so annoying. You got to sit there and wait while this dude writes down all the cards in your deck.
But the thing is, there's a time limit. So if you're the reason why, the time limit goes off, then you lose. So there's benefits and losses for everything.
Kurd the Ape says that that's cheating. I don't use it for that. Actually, I have it minimized. I find it distracting. I don't like it. But I'm super interested in how my deck is doing overall, and like what I was saying, how it's doing against other decks. Unfortunately, it does not track the mobile games, which is 90% of what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I made this deck. I started playing ranked for the first time. The reason I never played ranked is I just assumed it was 3 game matches, like best of 3, with sideboards. I just assumed because it was ranked. Ranked was always that way in real paper Magic. So, but no, it's just one game. It's one game with no sideboards. So
there's both formats actually. You can play best of 1s or best of 3s.
Oh, okay. Either way, I love this best of 1s because the other thing is like if you're sitting down for a match, you might be in there for an hour. I don't have that kind of time. I could do one game right away. Anyway, so I made this deck. I've never seen anybody else play anything like it. I beat you, Nick, which I don't think I have before.
I played against him, and man, I will say that is a really unique and really cool fucking deck. It runs off of legendary creatures.
Yeah,
I play a lot of the meta decks because I play ranked, and yeah, I can see why he's winning.
Yeah.
People. So when you play Magic and you're playing the same decks all the time, and you see certain cards being played, you know how to react to them, and you know what cards to be play. Like you know how to react to certain cards. You're like, oh, that guy has a board wipe. That guy has this card next. When you look at Emilio's deck, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's funny, Bobby. When somebody, you know, to read a card, you highlight over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see when your opponent's highlighting over your cards, and people just play me, and they don't care. And then my deck does what it does, and then all of a sudden you can see fucking he's looking at this. Like, what's he doing? It's pretty cool. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, it's funny when you see people start piecing things together.
Yeah. Like
you'll play a card and then you have like 5 creatures show up and they're like, wait.
What just happened?
How the fuck did that just happen? And then they just start mousing over your cards. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't know that card did that. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, cool. Anyway, yeah, Magic even funner than I thought it was. Strap in, boys, because it's going to be fucking 2 months of this.
Oh boy. All right. The other game that I played this week was Lego Star Wars Battles. And this is a game that is on mobile. And I actually could not run it on my phone. It's supposed to be free to play on Android, but I guess because my phone's so old or something. Or,
You got an old ass phone, dude.
It's kind of old. I got it in 2018. Yeah. I mean, but I've never ran into that problem where I couldn't play a game on it. Of course, I don't play games on my phone. Anyway, I ended up playing this on Apple Arcade. So that's their version of like Google Play Pass.
Right.
You get a month of it free, then you pay $5 a month and you get all these games. So I'm trying that out. But Lego Star Wars Battles, I saw a video or something for it. I'm like, that looks kind of cool. It's a mobile game, but I'll give it a shot. It turns out it's actually a really fun game ruined by being a mobile game because it is pay to win pretty much. It's a very simple game where you have units, you're playing against somebody and you drop units on the battlefield and they just march forward. There aren't any lanes that they're in, but you can kind of drop one on the left or one on the right. And then as you advance and gain ground, you can build towers and those kind of reinforce your position. And the units that you drop, like you could drop Vader, but he costs a lot. Or you could drop like a platoon of stormtroopers or, like a snow speeder, just all the Star Wars stuff in there. So it is really cool. The sound effects are great. The graphics are pretty good. And it's all Lego stuff too, by the way, but you can't really tell because the camera angle is so far away. It's kind of a simple idea, but eventually you start learning like, the Grenadier troops really counter like the squad of stormtroopers because they've got the area effect. So you find out what's good against this. Or if someone's got a bunch of towers, then you do like the airstrike because you can hit the back line with that. So there actually is some strategy in it, and it's versus. So there's an offline mode you can play against the computer for practice, but you're playing against other people. And I've gotten to games pretty quick here. After the match, of course, like you earn types of currency and points and you use that to unlock other units and things, and then you can pay to unlock more. Some of the stuff is on a timer, but then if you earn enough things, then you can just unlock it right away. So it's got the things that I absolutely hate about mobile games, the timers and the pay to win. And it absolutely is pay to win because the stuff, if you pay more and you unlock more, then you can have access to more types of units, and you can also upgrade your units as well. So you can do the same thing without it. It just takes you longer. So it does exactly what I hate that mobile games do, where it just says like, yeah, you could just waste your time or your money. You pick. Like, how about neither, dude? How about you just give me a good fucking game that I can play?
I forgot what this genre is called. Clash of Clans started it. Clash of Clans had an offshoot that was exactly this.
And a lot of people, I'd never
Minion
played
games. Minion Battle. I think it's Minion Battle.
Yeah,
Minion Battle.
This is Minion Arena.
Yeah,
because this is the second game they made. So they had the original one where it's a base, and then you release units, and then the base go around the units. But this is like there's kind of like just a small battlefield, and then it's just. But
What's up with this
I,
camera?
I think Christian's got some input here.
Okay.
What do you got, Christian?
It's called a tug of war game.
A tug of war game.
Yeah,
Okay.
tug of war game. That's the genre.
Thank you.
I did not know that, and I
I didn't know
wasn't
that.
familiar with these types of games at all.
Oh.
And I saw in the reviews some people were comparing it to Clash of Clans or a version of Clash of Clans. So I knew, like, okay, this is a thing that's already been out there. But of course, it's Star Wars, and it's the first time I'm experiencing this. So,
And
you know,
here's
it's
the
all new to
problem,
me.
dude. Like, if a version of this scaled up and took out the problems and put it on Steam, it'd be great. It'd be great. It's hard to get those kind of IPs unless you got tons of cash.
Yeah, but then you don't monetize on it. And I get it. You got to make money off your game. And mobile gaming is like some of the biggest money makers out there. So, you know, whatever. Maybe there is a version. So we're looking at another game on Steam here called War Pips. I don't know. Maybe this is one that's like that doesn't have all the mobile game stuff.
This is the first tug of war game that I've found that isn't pay to win, and you can play against other people. But pretty much all of them are just like mobile pay to wins. Even on Steam, they have like that option. So
Yeah, and this one looks like the combat's left to right instead of top to bottom. How many people are playing this game? If you scroll down, I wonder what the size of the community is. 22 people. That's
including
unfortunate.
Christian on his third monitor.
That's too bad.
It's just Christian twice.
It's tough because that type of game, you need a community to play. I mean, I guess you could play the solo player, but when I was playing the single player, it didn't seem like I was earning any credits or unlocking anything. So yeah, I mean, it was a really fun. There was some really fun parts about it, but it was just ruined by the typical mobile stuff. And you know, I'm a sucker for anything Star Wars, so of course I like that part of it.
Icehouse says they need a Star Wars HOTS game. Star Wars MOBA would be epic. Can you imagine, dude? Fucking Star Wars skin on HOTS. It'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
one type of genre they didn't tackle. There's a Star Wars game for everything, but not MOBAs.
Yeah.
There's a Star Wars MMO. They jumped on that train.
Yeah, it didn't do well, huh? Nick,
Two Star Wars MMOs, I guess.
what's going on with
Yeah, I
Fallout
agree.
4, Nick?
So I don't know why. I just picked up Fallout 4, and dude, it's been a fucking blast. I
What mods
installed
are you
some
running?
mods. So I've been using Nexus Mods.
You just hit your mute button.
No, I did it on purpose. I kind of like burped. So I've been using Nexus Mods, and it's been great. I've been using some of the standard ones that everyone should use, like the texture fixes and the the unofficial patches for the game that kind of fix things and stuff like that. One of the ones that I love that has a new version of it, it's called Sim Settlements. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
Oh.
You played Fallout 4, right?
Yeah, one sec, Nick. Fucking Christian, can you look up on YouTube like fully modded Fallout? That'll give us a better version of, or look at like what he's playing, because these are standard graphics. This is like launch graphics. Anyway, go ahead.
So Sim Settlements is like a really cool version of the game. Version of the game that you can play. So you play the base game, right? But all your settlements, because settlements are like a huge part of the game, where you build defenses and stuff like that, and your people take care of your stuff, and they harvest food and resources and stuff. Well, you have to tell people to do shit, and they really don't do anything on their own. They'll just sit at a guard space and not really do anything. Well, Sim Settlements, you can build plots, and everything is automated. So you can be like, I want this to be a residential plot. And your AI constituents will build their own houses and decorate their houses and do everything on their own.
That's pretty cool.
And then like you can have a commerce plot, and they'll build their own store, and they'll take care of everything in the store. And like there's all kinds of shit that's actually useful. And it's called Sim Settlements 2 is a new one that's out. But they build everything on their own. And the second one actually has a quest system and quests that are in the game now. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I like the idea behind that, because it's one of the more tedious parts of the game for me. I never liked the settlement part of it. I think you're probably on the same boat. But here it sounds like you can end up with pretty cool towns with minimal input, right?
Yeah. So essentially, what it is like you have to get these certain things though. It's a little resource. You can't just be like I command you to build your own city. You have to have resources for shit to work, and you essentially find these beacons and you put them down, and then they start building them on their own. So the game is still like a little tedious, but every time you find one, you're like, oh yeah, I can finally do something with this fucking settler that's a bum. He doesn't fucking do shit, but now he'll build his own house and take care of shit and do stuff.
So did Leslie ever continue playing this, or did she fall off?
Oh wow, nice dad pun. She's still playing, but she's kind of overpromised on a blanket that she's making for Vivian for Christmas. She's like, oh, I'm gonna make a blanket for our daughter, and our daughter's only a year and like 6 months.
Is she
she's
knitting it?
A full normal size human. Yeah, she's crocheting it.
That's a lot of work.
It's like 5.5 feet long, and she's like, I made it too big.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, but Sim Settlements, man, it's really cool. I've been also playing with some Warhammer mods, like because it turns some of the power armor into so it looks like Space Marine armor.
That's pretty cool. It's very similar already.
Yeah,
really.
No, it's perfect. It works perfectly. It has like hundreds of thousands of downloads. And then the other one that I have that just came out is it replaced all the synths with Necrons. And then it's pretty fucking cool. It's been fun.
The modability of these games. There's no game more moddable than the Fallout series.
No AAA game more moddable. There's
right.
Some pretty
exactly.
jank games that are moddable, but not like this.
Yeah. I always wanted to go back. I still want to go back. I need to just quit my job and fucking play video games all day. If I can get 100 of you guys to fucking just give me $1 a day, with $1 a day, I could make it. Anyway,
you could feed a house. Emilio's
I would love nothing more than to just stay home. I know I say it and it sounds like, oh, you don't know what you're asking for, just fucking playing games all day. No, yeah, I do. And yeah, I could do it, and I would love it. Anyway,
Same. Leslie's like, wait till you work from home. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking love it.
Yeah, Sam told me the same thing. So Luna was being a little bitch today, and I was like, oh my god, I can't put her to bed. And Sam's like, yeah, wouldn't you rather be at work? And I was like, no, not even close. This is fucking. Close. This is a slice of cake, dude. Anyway, so I just like as promised, which I never ever do. I got back into Cyberpunk 2077. I played about 6 or 7 hours of it, and I am really enjoying it. God damn, did they make a good fucking world. It's so awesome. When you're trying to get fidelity to that level, and something's off, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Something you would never pick up like on a different, like I'm like, that garbage doesn't look real, but it like
garbage has no texture. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. But on another game, I wouldn't give a shit. But this game is so close to like fucking real life that I'm like, I'm grading it on a different scale. As far as the bugs and stuff, there's still a couple, one here, one there, but I am really enjoying this game so far, and I can't wait to get into it. But the problem is, like, I need a 2-hour window. Like tonight, after this podcast is my only gaming time for the entire week. So I'm going to stay up to like 2 or 3 a.m. and just play probably this. So more on this later. Also, I sold my old, I think I sold my old computer. There was a guy over here. He was talking to me about graphics cards. He needs one. I was like, dude, I have my old computer sitting in my garage. I was like, it's 1080 Ti. I gave him all the specs. I was like, $400, dude. You can take it. He's like, well, that's a pretty good deal. I was like, yeah. Want to take it out? And he's like, yeah. So I go into the garage. it did not dawn on me how much dust will go into the case when it's just sitting idle. Like I should have covered it with a sheet or something. It was awful. It looks like a rat's nest. And it was like behind some shit. So I go in to fucking pick it up. And I pick it up by the case frame. Not the case, the outer, like the fucking stuff that's there for looks. I pick it up by that. Boom, pops off. Like all the top and the side like go flying. I'm trying to sell this thing. And he's like, "Whoa, what happened?" I was like, nothing. And so I picked it up and I took it out there, and then we take off the case, and it is. I was so embarrassed by how disgusting it was inside.
You sound like.
But I said, take it home for a month, dude. Clean it up. You could. That's for free. You could have it for free for a month, and then you could decide if you want to buy it. But you got to clean it up. So I'm an asshole, basically.
Yeah, garages build a lot of dust, man.
Yeah, dude, I had no idea. It was fucking terrible. I gotta go piss.
So what have you been playing, Bobby?
I just told you, dude. It was really that. That was it, man. Yeah, trying to game on a MacBook. So.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst. So, like, as far as like anything else that I've been playing, dude, Halo. It's so I'm so wishy-washy on it right now, man. Have you heard any of the drama with it at all online?
No, I have not been following that.
So some of the main drama is that it goes from like small drama to huge drama. So there's a battle pass. Everyone's kind of mad about that. That's okay. Most games come out with battle passes, but now. The only way to advance through the battle pass is not through performance. It's simply by completing challenges. And those challenges can be like play a capture the flag match and capture the flag. Play a Slayer match and kill 5 Spartans from behind or whatever. Well, here's the thing, Bobby. You can't choose what kind of match you play. At all.
It's random, huh?
It's completely random.
Oh,
and the devs are like, creating a playlist like that is difficult, and it causes some issues with the game system and matchmaking, and it causes server issues. Dude, that shit's been in video gaming since like online gaming's been a fucking thing.
It's I think they're also afraid too that if they give people the option, then everybody's going to play deathmatch, or everyone's going to play team deathmatch, and nobody's going to play capture the flag, or nobody's going to play other modes.
Who cares? Like, who the fuck cares? Like, no one wants to play oddball. Like, no one wants to fucking play it. But the thing is, like, the real reason why people like the big brain people and the people that are pointing it out, like what they're pointing out is, okay, you can't complete the battle pass unless you do the challenges, and you can't do the challenges unless you play the random game modes. Well, the random game modes, are assigned to you, and then you can't simply accomplish things at all unless you play like 10 fucking games and you advance nowhere. And the only way to advance really is to pay or spend your whole day playing Halo and just getting the default 100 XP for playing a match.
Well, what do you mean pay?
There's already people like botting, and there's already people like just staying in lobbies and getting their default 100 XP. And there's already issues, but the game feels so good. It plays good. The new guns are cool. Like, the game feels great, but god damn, does the matchmaking and skin system suck. Like, you got to pay $10 for that fucking colored blue. Like, it's stupid.
But it's all cosmetic.
It's all cosmetic,
right?
Dude. That was my argument last week.
What's the problem?
It's the sense of accomplishment. Well, I mean, so there's 2 issues, right? The issue is I can't play Slayer whenever the fuck I want to play Slayer. Right? I don't give a fuck about oddball.
I don't know
Fuck Oddball.
What are either one of
Oddball
those?
sucks.
What's Slayer and what's Oddball? I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
Slayer's team deathmatch and Oddball is hold this goddamn skull, and the longer you hold it, the more points you get.
I liked Oddball. I thought it was fun. I like hitting people with it.
Yeah.
Well, if you go into a game to play a first-person shooter, I could see not wanting to play a mode like that. But yeah, if they give people the option, I feel like nobody would play it, and then those queues would become dead.
But the thing is, like, okay, even if that's the case, right? If you want people to play Oddball, then make one of the daily challenges, play 3 rounds of Oddball, and then people are going to play it.
Does everybody have the same challenges?
No, you can change them out. And then that's one of the things that they fucking give you in the battle pass is like challenge swaps. And you're like, oh great, I leveled to level 4. What did I get? A challenge swap. Real great for leveling up to level 4.
Yeah, and the only thing you're unlocking with any of this is all cosmetic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, calm down. Dude.
Well, no,
Calm
we talked about this last week though. Like you can't just say, "Oh, it's cosmetic. Who cares?" Like people care, dude.
I don't care.
People give a shit. We don't care about this game.
And then, like,
here's the thing.
But Nick, if you're gonna play it for 100 hours, it's worth $10 or it's worth $20.
But that's not it's a bigger issue though, dude. The issue is the fact that I can't fucking play Big Team Slayer. Like that's the bigger issue. Like the fact that there's 3 game modes, it's either ranked, big team, free play, or free play is stupid. Give me my goddamn Slayer.
Yeah, that sucks.
So game modes are behind the XP wall? Is what you're saying?
No, you can't choose.
They're non-existent. They're random.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Game modes are completely random.
Well, yeah, I always did quick play, but I thought there was a list of ways you could play.
It is completely random now.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
I also found the announcer kind of it just sounds like a guy. You know what I mean? Like
they change. There's 2 announcers now. There's an Australian one, and now there's the old guy.
In the regular games or in other games that I've played, like fucking shit, I can't even think of it. But it's always like, you know, ultra kill. And this is just like a guy who's like, oh,
kill him,
gotta kill. Gotta kill.
Kill Trocity.
Yeah. Anyways.
You can pay him on Cameo to say stuff for you.
Yeah. All right, cool. Bob, you got a plug? Because I forgot what we talked about.
Yeah, so the end of the year is coming up. So we're going to be having an end of the year episode, and we want you to be a part of it. So you can go to our Discord. Just go to dlgaming.net, click on the Discord link. But go there and join the channel where we are talking about the game of the year, and you can submit an audio file or a written review of your game of the year and why it's your game of the year, and we will play that or read that on the podcast.
Yeah, and last year it really helped us out because we were 50-50, and so many people wrote it or spoke in on Hades, and it was a clear winner. And also Bobby had picked something super weird, like
probably
like I don't know, Route 44 or something. I don't know.
No.
I forget what it was. What was it? Do you remember?
No.
It was a point and click adventure, I think.
Was it? Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't Kentucky Route Zero, though, if that's what you're trying to.
Yeah.
Kentucky Rat Zero.
But yeah, that'll probably be coming either the end of December or beginning of January. And let us know what your game of the year was.
Yeah. What's the channel called? Christian
Gotti.
Okay. Game of the year.
Goty.
Goty.
All right. Nick, did you have anything to say about Age of Empires 4 before we close the book on that?
You know, I like it. I actually really did like it. I don't know if you guys loved it or hated it. I miss all of the different races that are in Age of Empires 2, obviously. There's like 50.
Mm-hmm. Well, after a while there were. I don't know what they started with. I think it might have been. There was a lot that it started with.
It's not a bad starting roster. Is it? What is it? 8?
Sorry.
What is it?
Yeah,
8?
in Age of Empires 4, I think it's 8, but they'll add more. I'm sure that will come with DLC.
Yeah.
We were pretty favorable with the game.
Yeah, we're pretty favorable.
Mm-hmm.
80%,
Yeah,
85.
there is. I didn't play any competitive games. I only played against bots, and then obviously the story mode. I mean, man, I like it. Like, I don't have any problems with it at all.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Moving on.
I have like, I played as the Chinese most of the time. I build gunpowder units, and then the hardest game I played was against 2 intermediate bots. I played against hard, and then that was actually fucking hard.
God, maybe that'll be my game of the year.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
could be.
I got nothing else.
It's also fresh on the brain. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and review and see what games came out this year and which ones that I played. But I don't really play a lot of newer games.
Forza?
Well,
There's
thanks,
not that much.
thanks,
Eh.
Nick, our feudal correspondent, down in the trenches.
Maybe it'll be
Down
back
in
for
Texas.
blood.
It's not bad. It's not good. All right, bye.
Quick shout out to Recycled subscribing for 40 months.
Hey.
40.
Ew.
Wow. Man, yeah, 40. That is he's the longest running subscriber.
At this point, he doesn't even listen. He's just there to fucking keep his fucking throne.
All right.
No, he's at every stream and every DLG con.
Setting the example.
Yeah.
All right. Listener questions. We got a few here. First one from Zappadoodle. What was the worst or most useless Christmas present you ever got?
Ooh. So last Christmas I got a therma. I don't know. There's a new kind of massagers that look like a gun. It's all black. Theragun, yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
And I took a look at it and I was like, this is fucking garbage. Why did Sam get me this? And then fucking for the next 2 months, I'm just like, it is really nice. It is so nice. I love that thing. It's really good. And I lost a charger in like the first month. It's been a year. I'm still using it on one charge. It lasts forever. I don't know how. I think it's generating its own juice somehow. But yeah.
But the question was, what was the most useless one?
Yeah, I know. Well, the idea was that like I thought it was useless when I got it, but it was not. Sam just got me a pair of shades. She gave me my Christmas present early. I said I hate them, and she's returning them. So I'm expecting something else.
Emilio, the worst gift receiver ever.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Lie and fucking not wear them ever?
No, I mean, just the whole story just seems like so. I don't know.
I'm not gonna put shit on my face, dude.
It's just like, first of all, it's not even anywhere near Christmas right now. She's just like, boom, there you go. Did she even? It probably wasn't even wrapped, right?
She cannot keep secrets and she cannot hold gifts. So this is the second gift that I've gotten for Christmas so far.
It's just when you're a kid, you know, Christmas is such a magical time. You wait, you wake up Christmas morning, you're super excited. There's all these presents. You open them up. Ooh, what I get. And when you're an adult, you're just like, hey, I got you this shit.
Yeah. She's like, I hate to ask for cookware for Christmas, but we need new cookware. So I fucking Amazon, I did some research, a good amount, 30 minutes or so. Clicked on fucking Amazon one click, got the best shit that I could find. Ironclad or something clad, all clad. Got these nice non-stick, all this, whatever. Get it. She's like, meh about it because it doesn't look pretty. And then her mom says, no, cookware is not a gift. You have to get her something else. And they're like they're united front now.
It's not a gift. So okay. So Leslie did the same thing. She was like, we need new cookware. I'm like, all right, we do. And I use a cookware a lot too. So I'm like, all right, fine. But we call it a house gift. It's a gift for everybody in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking eats.
A wee gift.
doing Christmas
I've heard that term before.
The point is, she asked for it specifically for Christmas, and now it's
dude.
Now it's saying that it's non-valid.
Hmm.
You fucked up. You fucked up. Just own it. You know, you fucked it.
Well, I don't know.
At least I ain't buy shit. She was supposed to put it on her face.
Yeah. Can we go back to the glasses for like
They're
2
the worst
seconds? What did they
shades
look like?
I don't think I've ever seen you wear glasses.
That's another thing.
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Generally, I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I had a really nice pair that she bought of Ray-Bans that I loved, but I broke them. Jocko broke them. Anyway, they're square. They're square, guys. What do you want me to do with square shades? Come on, can we agree?
Yeah, that's gross. Square shades are
It's
kind of
pretty. It's pretty. I don't know. Mine are kind of square, but they're not all the way square.
I like aviators. It fits my face.
Aviators are cool.
Yeah.
I like those I like those glasses from like the 70s, like the really round square ones, the really big ones. But they make me look like a rapist, so I don't wear them.
I mean, they might enhance the rapiness.
The rapist features.
I don't know, man. I'm chubby and I got a fucking dirty mustache and I'm fat. So
Yeah, the mustache is not helping.
yeah, I gotta shave it off. I got a new razor today.
Yeah.
As far as use, what do you got? I got a sock warmer one year, and that was I'm like, this is gonna set my house on fire. So I returned that shit and got some Amazon credit.
A sock warmer. Yeah,
Yep, you put your socks in it, and it warmed your socks. And I was like, it smells like burning. So I'm either having a stroke or I'm returning this.
Wow, sock warmer. Yeah, I don't really get a lot of useless gifts. I've kind of told everyone, like, look, I just gift cards to like whatever, because I can't have stuff, dude. My place is like 470 square feet. Like, where am I going to put this stuff, dude? Like, I just can't have stuff. But I don't know. Useless gifts, probably clothes. Clothes are never good. That's a tough thing to buy for people, I think, is clothes, because you're really, especially when you're younger, it's like you don't really know my sense of style or like my size or what fits me. Like it's pretty risky. I think, buying clothes.
I was shocked that you didn't know your girlfriend's t-shirt size after 10 years of dating her. Shocked.
What the fuck?
Floored. By the way, how'd she like her gifts?
Fuck?
What gifts?
The gifts you bought her in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas? Oh, yeah, that didn't go over so well.
No.
Yeah.
Really? She didn't like it? But she likes the brand.
No, because remember I was like hesitant to go to, we went to this thing called Meow Wolf.
Oh, you weren't supposed to go without her.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I don't know if I should. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I will. Yeah, so that did not go over well. It was a whole thing, but
Yes.
whatever.
That's rough.
Did
But
she like the gifts?
I mean, I don't know.
She's like, Bobby, you think I'm an XL? You think I'm an XL?
No,
Look at me.
I kind of know her size, but I don't know. I don't even know I don't even know my size really, dude. Like I try to buy clothes on Amazon. I'm like, dude, this is just
Yo,
a roll of dice
dude,
here.
Amazon, hold up. I'm gonna give you some credit. Amazon is a goddamn crapshoot. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll be ordering shit like I'm like, all right, I wear a lot of Adidas, all right, or Adidas, okay. And sometimes you're ordering Adidas, and it's coming from India, and there's nothing wrong with Adidas from India. They just have different outlets. And like I'm ordering a double XL, and this shit, it looks like a crop top. You're seeing my goddamn belly button and Happy Trail, and I'm like, all right, this doesn't work.
Well, I noticed
Dude,
on
not
Amazon.
just that, dude. But like if you order like a knife, you're like, ooh, look at it. That's this knife. I think it's a normal size knife. No, you get this little like miniature thing. It's crazy. Because they don't put a banana for scale. You always need a banana for scale.
Banana for scale.
I don't know. Bananas come in different sizes, but on Amazon, when I was looking at clothes, I noticed they had something like a thing where people rated, yes, this size was accurate or not. So I think they're trying to combat that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I want to see the people that are rating that. I want to see fat guy that's 30. All right.
All right. Next question from the Living Stoner. I feel like these names have changed. What was the worst Christmas present you ever gave? My wife is the proud owner of a number one wife 2016 trophy that she didn't think was as funny as I did. Yeah, I can see why. Worst present I ever
gave.
Cookware.
So mine is pretty bad because I was so proud of it. I was in a woodshop class, and I was like, yeah, woodshop, fuck yeah. And I made a candlestick holder. But the thing is, I kind of fucked up drilling where you put the candle. And I made it too big. And like it was like the perfect awkward size where no candle could fit in it. Like it was either way too loose or way too tight. Like you couldn't put one in there. So like you had to like physically carve a candle to be able to fit in it. And my mom's like, it's so nice. I'm like, Mom, it just looks like a wooden turd. Like it doesn't have a function. And it like if you could put a candle in it, it would look nice and like it'd be cool. But it just looks like a spiral piece of shit. because there's nothing on top of it.
This is
But
something
yeah, I
you made
gave
in
it to my
woodshop
mom.
class?
Yeah, in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, in junior high.
In junior high. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
forgivable. I mean, nobody gives good gifts when they're that age.
Yeah, I didn't have a job, so I had to make gifts. Like it was. I mean, I thought it was like I said. I thought I was like making a meaningful gift. And my mom was like, "It's okay that none of the candles in the house fit in there." I'm like, "No, it's not okay. Like fucking candles need to fit." And she's like, "No, it's okay." And I'm like, "God damn it!" I felt so bad. So-
My first girlfriend, my first gift ever to a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, I don't want it to be like too committing, right? But I want it nice.
Mhm.
So I fell on anklet. And then for like 10 years, I was a serial anklet giver. Like every girl that I dated, it's just anklet. Because it worked.
It's like a bracelet for your foot.
For your foot. Yeah.
An anklet. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they
I don't see
pretended they
people.
liked it.
I don't see people wearing anklets.
At the
but,
time, Bobby.
Not anymore. Yeah,
Talking
they
about
used to
several
all the
decades
time.
ago.
All right, anklets were big
Chris-
back then.
Chris, can you put your face back on? Yeah, okay. I can't judge how funny I'm being without you in the shot.
Yeah, that's my judge of funniness is Sniper.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
That's all we got. We have no audience.
Anklets. I'm sure I'm a terrible gift giver, so I'm sure I've given lots of horrible stuff. One memory that popped in my head today was 1 year. It might not even have been Christmas, but I got some perfume for a girl when I was really young, and I didn't really know like what type of perfume to get. So I just got whatever I knew my mom had, which was Elizabeth Taylor Diamonds,
Yeah.
which is like an old lady perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
then, I mean, she was nice about it, but I was like, looking back, I'm just like, oh, that was terrible, dude. I gave like a 19-year-old girl, Elizabeth Taylor Diamond. She's going to smell like an old lady sitting in a church pew. Like, this is so bad. But yeah.
She smells like the church.
Can I
pew.
hear a little bit of what she hit you with about going to Mel Wolf without you? Or
I mean,
without
that
her?
was pretty much it. She was just upset that I went without her. Yeah.
Sam, that's the only reason she came to DLG Con, because she didn't want me to go without her.
Mm.
It's like a thing, dude. I don't know.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't that like, what's up with this?
Oh, you ain't go in the back though, dude. It was a thing.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
that.
you had to like
Yeah.
walk inside. It was a tunnel. And it
What
had all
So-
this-
store is this?
So that grocery store is just a front. Well, obviously, but it's first of all, the grocery store is pretty cool. It was like an alternate dimension, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a weird David Lynch movie, basically.
Yeah.
And
And then there's secret paths into this like other world behind it. And it's fucking psycho back there, dude. Like fucking crazy ass shit.
yeah, there's like weird mirror rooms and like lighting effects and things like that. And then as you go through the rooms, you discover there's some sort of weird story that connects all of this. And
Very Portal 2-esque, I felt.
mhm.
Like the story part.
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
connect all these things. But I thought it was worth $55, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good experience.
Because it was unique.
Yeah, and they have these in different places other than Vegas too, and I think they're all a little bit different. But yeah, it was interesting. All right, last question from Days Nuts. You find a ring that whenever you wear makes you invisible and 100% free of any consequences. What would be the first thing you do with your newly found power?
I think you read that wrong. You find a ring that that whenever you wear makes you invisible and 100% free of all consequences. What would be the first thing that you do with your newly found power? I've thought about this a lot because I'm a fucking geek. Like, what could you do with invisibility? Like, if you ask 15-year-old Emilio, obviously I'm gonna go fucking in some changing rooms and beat off. But it like
You
now,
make so much noise. You can't. You're gonna get caught like instantaneously. Like,
What
there's
is
an
it?
invisible kid in the changing room in Macy's.
yeah, I feel like a visual is not the first stopping of you getting valuables. You know, like it's like there's
They're gonna
walls.
see the video card walking out of the Best Buy, bro.
There's walls, there's glass, there's metal, there's doors, locks stopping you from getting the good stuff. You can't walk into Fort Knox invisible. It's not that good, I feel like. What do you guys think? Is it easy to become rich invisible?
I mean, it would help,
I
but
mean, yeah, it would definitely help. Like,
I don't. Yeah,
Maybe
I
at
think there's
casinos, like casinos, you might be able to like get some chips.
yeah, you can make shit happen in a casino.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
you
You'd have to like steal something so small you can cover it in your hand so it's invisible.
You could.
I mean,
you
I'm
could-
assuming
you
your
could steal from,
clothes.
like,
You'd
the
have to be
high-
naked too while you're doing this as well because your clothes wouldn't.
Why wouldn't I be? I'm going to be beating off constantly.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the fart smell will give you away.
Yeah.
You could steal like those high end poker chips that are worth like $100,000. You just stick one up your butt.
Yeah, the stinky bastard, the stinky bandit.
Yeah, you just stick it up your butt and then boom, $100,000.
First
You just walk
thing.
out.
Was
Are
it
you guys overthinking this? Like most invisible rings make everything you're wearing invisible too. Like,
Okay, sure. Who
I
cares?
don't know,
Okay.
These are all semantics. But like, what would you do? Come on, together. If we had an invisible ring and we're like outlaws, what's the best way we can make money?
I don't know. Get hit by a car.
Insurance fraud? That's
There's
gotta be something better.
I don't need more broken.
I mean, come on, man. You're probably going to get hit by a car anyway if you're walking around wearing an invisible ring, and then you take it off and be like, "All right, I'm going to sue this guy." And then he's like, "I didn't see him." In court, he says, "I didn't see him." And you're like, "Look, Your Honor, that's ridiculous. What am I wearing in an invisible ring? No."
well. I think what she's saying is like there's zero consequences because nobody can track it back to you, right? So like you could go up to an armed guard that has a truck full of money, shoot him in the head. But then I don't want to kill anybody. I don't even want to hit anybody with a pipe wrench or anything like that. I don't want anybody hurt. So, I got it, guys. I got it. You rob fucking drug dealers while they're sleeping. They don't sleep much, but if you wait long enough, I'm sure
You
they
don't
do.
sleep much because of the meth. But
what did the drug dealers ever do? I don't know.
Well, the vicious ones. Yeah, I'd
Oh
be
yeah,
like
vicious drug dealers.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd be like Dexter. Dude.
Oh,
Cartels,
my God.
Mexican cartels have houses full of fucking money. Yeah, that's what I would do.
I don't know, man.
Mexican
That sounds like a
vacation.
lot of work. Like you got to think you're doing this on your off time. We don't even have time to play video games. When are we going to find a time to like?
You
you
quit
don't need
your
a job when
dude.
you're murdering
Yeah.
cartel members.
Yeah, you don't need a job.
Well, now your job is becoming invisible and robbing people.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah.
My job is actually easier.
You know how
than that,
easy
dude.
it is to cross the border.
I'll
when
stick
you're
with my
invisible,
job
Bobby?
that I have right now.
But one has millions, and the other one not millions, not even close to millions.
How are you going to pay taxes on that, dude? Like,
You
how
don't
are
pay
you
tax.
Well,
What are
then
you
what are you
talking
gonna
about? Criminals now.
how are you going to buy a house?
You
with
got
that?
the ring. It comes with the power. You give up. You're off the grid.
I
You're
see
literally
what
off.
you're
You
saying,
can't.
Robbie.
You
I
can't
see-
spend money like that, though. You can't just be like,
That's what-
like the government's just like, how'd you make all these millions of
Why-
dollars? Psh.
Why would you stay in the U.S.? No, you go to fucking. Well, you're already getting
You go
your
to the
money from
Philippines,
Mexico.
bro,
Now I got to
something
move
like
out
that.
of the U.S.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's worth it.
jeez.
I would get a goatee and become the real David Blaine. You know?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Oh,
you're
like
a nerd.
magic?
yeah, like
an
I can go
entertainer?
invisible, but for real.
Yeah. All
And
right.
then it's all tax deductible. I can stay here. We're all good.
Yeah.
It's all text.
I feel like if you just started a life as or a career as a musician or a magician, then it would make things a lot easier.
Yeah, no, I'm going with the vigilante. Move out of the country. I'd be multi. You only have to do it for a year, and you'd be good forever. Yeah,
I would just go best cameraman in the world. I would just get any angle you want in any situation, and then like you can't see me. I'm gonna be there.
I'm sure that's not going
I
to
don't-
attract any attention, dude. That's
Just
not.
a floating camera. I don't know because I don't think being visible is really what's preventing cameramen from getting good shots. I don't know. I think we're finding out that being invisible is not very useful.
Like when
That's
you're
what
in
I've
nature,
been saying. It's tough.
You guys want to start this life of crime?
National Geographic. No. Like you're in the wild taking.
The animals would smell or hear you. They've got the heightened senses. Like they don't even need to see you.
Yeah.
Just be like, who's this weird, naked, invisible guy sneaking up on me?
I sense a naked human. He's somewhere around.
It's a curse. It's a cursed ring. Throw it in Mount Doom.
Yep. All right. That looks like that is all our listener questions here. So what's everybody playing next week?
Age of Empires 4.
Still?
Really?
Well, we're going to
like
switch
it.
to a new game. And
Oh, yeah, what-
maybe
yeah.
we
I
should
mean,
just
what's
do
the game there,
Anvil.
Bobby?
Anvil?
Anvil.
Why
What?
can I not say that for some
I
reason?
want to wait for it to be I mean, it's your call, dude. But like,
All right, let me look. I'm going to look on Xbox Game Pass, and I'll see what else is on there. I kind of want to say Sea of Thieves too, just because I want a night where
Why
we
not?
can all play.
Let's do it.
But can we all play together? Is there a night we could get together?
We got to talk about this.
When's your
Fucking-
house going to be done being not flooded?
Well, they finished the drywall and the paint on Monday, but I don't know when the floor is going to start, and then all my stuff is going to be moved. So yeah, it could be weird, but. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to play Sea of Thieves on a Friday night, but yeah, that could be not doable for me. And I don't know what your guys'
Dude,
schedule
if it was
is
going to
like.
be months, why didn't you take your computer to your girl's house?
I didn't know it was going to be this. Yeah, and plus there's nowhere to put it in her place either. Yeah, it's a
all
pickle.
right. It's a pickle.
All right, so I
You-
may check
is
out
it official?
Pawnbarian. What's that?
Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
Or you want to hold off?
Let's talk more in the Discord.
Okay.
We'll hash that out, but might be Sea of Thieves, or I'll find something else on Game Pass.
Okay, sounds good.
For me, it'll be Cyberpunk and Magic the Gathering.
Sounds good.
All right, Nick, what about you?
I already said I'm still going to play Edge of Empires. I like it.
Oh, okay. All right.
We couldn't tell from your fucking weird ass review, dude.
You sounded like a kid trying to give a book report on a book he didn't read. Dude, honestly.
It was Mila reviewing Ghostbusters. I think it was 8-Bit Christmas. I think it's a good movie because it's a good movie.
Oh, I saw yeah. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking for Chris, Nick, Bobby, and myself, 8-Bit Titties. Rum, bum, 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 titties. Overview. Pawnbarian. Century Ashes. I'm not going to get it done.